I found 3 secrets that help you fully empty your bladder. If you don't empty it all the way, pee stays inside you. That can cause leaks, too many bathroom trips, and even infections. These tips are easy. Anyone can do them. And the third one will shock you. The 3 tips I'm going to deliver in this video are for those of you who are just getting frustrated. For those of you looking for a simple and effective strategy you can use every single time you urinate. And I can guarantee that you have never heard of the third tip I'm about to show you. So sit back and take note of these 3 tips to completely empty your bladder every single time from now on. No, guys, I was serious. Sit down and relax. Exercise number 1. Sit down and relax. This is literally the first tip. Now I know what you're thinking. We're men. We don't sit down. We stand to pee. Sure, if you're out in public, stand up when urinating and use a urinal. But when you're at home, I want you to try sitting down. Here's why. For most of us guys, when we head to the bathroom to urinate, we rush the process. We tend to push way too hard, trying to strengthen our flow and empty every last drop from our bladder as quickly as possible. Well, what actually happens is that when you clench and you push, you end up increasing your intra-abdominal pressure. This traps urine inside of your urethra, the pee tube. And then when you go to stand up, the second you leave the bathroom, you know very well that your bladder is not truly empty. It's even likely that you'll get a little bit of urine dribble soiling your underwear, proving my point. So I want you to try this instead. Sit down on the toilet. You're going to lean forward, bracing your elbows on your knees. And I want you to take a few deep breaths to relax the pressure inside your abdomen. Then naturally allow the urine to flow out of your body. Please take your time and do not rush the process. At the end of the day, is spending an extra 30 seconds on the toilet going to ruin your schedule? I'll let you be the judge of that. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Eric, doctor of physiotherapy, specializing in the treatment of pelvic floor conditions such as urine leakage, erectile dysfunction, and all the other fun things that us men experience in life. Let me tell you about a guy named Robert. He was 64 years old, a retired bus driver, good guy, loved watching football on Sundays with his sons. But Robert had a problem. Every time he left the bathroom, he felt like he wasn't done. A few minutes later, he'd feel drops leaking into his underwear. He started wearing dark pants to hide the wet spots. He stopped going to his grandson's baseball games because he was embarrassed. Robert tried everything. He drank less water. He pushed harder when peeing. Nothing worked. He thought this was just his life now. Then Robert found these 3 tips. He felt silly at first, sitting down to pee, rocking back and forth, but he was desperate. So he tried it. After 2 weeks, Robert called me. His voice was shaking. He said, "Eric, I went to my grandson's game yesterday. I didn't leak once. Not once." That's why I share these tips, because they work, and they can change your life just like they changed Robert's. Exercise number 2. Double void. Okay, so you've come to grips with my suggestion and you've decided to try sitting to pee. Firstly, thank you for keeping an open mind. Well, once you think that you have finished urinating, I want you to stand up from the toilet. So standing up, you are going to wait 4 seconds. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And then you are going to sit back down and try to urinate any leftover fluid from your bladder. This is called a double void. And it is almost a guaranteed way to make sure that you are completely emptying any leftover urine from your system. Here's how it works. When you think that you're done urinating, we typically do the shake to make sure that all the remaining urine is out of the line. Well, when you do this, your pelvic floor muscles can tighten up, preventing you from actually clearing the line completely. Your pelvic floor muscles are deep within your pelvis, and they surround your urethra, the pee tube. And when they clench, it's the same thing as kinking a garden hose. Well, what happens when you let go of that garden hose? It starts spraying again. Well, the same goes with your bladder. As soon as you leave the bathroom, the sensors that are located inside of your urethra start pinging alarm signals to your brain that your bladder isn't truly empty. resulting in you making multiple trips to urinate. Okay, here's how you fix this. You start by sitting on the toilet to urinate. When you think you're finished, again, you stand up for 4 seconds. Take a deep breath, and then you are going to sit back down. And this is where the magic is about to happen, because what I'm going to have you do next is going to shock you. Exercise number 3. The rock. Okay, so once you sit back down, tip number 3 is I want you to rock your torso back and forth 4 times. And on the 4th time, you are going to try urinating out the leftover fluid. Think of this like priming a pump and building up a little bit of pressure. You will be shocked how much extra urine you can urinate into the toilet. Now here's how it works. It creates back pressure within your abdomen, and it also allows your pelvic floor muscles to just relax. Now your urine is no longer trapped inside the bladder neck or the urethra. And voila, you've now fully emptied your bladder. So this is how you do it. I want you keeping your feet planted on the floor, shoulder width apart. Now you're going to have your hands on your stomach. And I want you to slowly rock forward. Be careful not to fall over. And then you're going to rock back until your back hits the back of the toilet. That's 1 rep, so we're going to go 2. Remember not holding your breath. That's 3. And then that is 4. Come on, you're in the privacy of your own bathroom. Literally, no one can see you. And this truly works. Now, once you finish the 4th rep, you're going to take another deep breath in and out. And then urinate anything left over. Remember to be patient and get everything out of the line. After this step is complete, you can now stand up, zip up your pants, flush the toilet, and you're good to go. Now a few other quick tips to use in combination with the 3-step strategy I just taught you. First, monitor the amount of fluids that you consume during your day. My general rule is that you want to drink just enough so that you are not dehydrated. But if you're over-consuming fluids, you're only adding to the problem. Second, pay close attention to the types of fluids you're consuming. For example, coffee, soda pop, energy drinks, caffeinated teas. They are all going to increase your urine production, again making your bladder issue far worse. And a tip I bet you have not heard of is to reduce the amount of food and snacks that you eat after dinner. Here's why. When you have a snack later in the evening, the sugar that's in that snack binds to water molecules. This causes your kidneys to start producing even more urine. And this is likely the reason why a lot of you watching this video wake up 1 to 2 times per night, if not more, to urinate. Swap out your snack for something that does not contain sugar. Or just simply stop eating after dinner altogether, and you will see how this is going to affect you overnight. Remember, your bladder issues didn't happen overnight, and you cannot expect them to be fixed overnight either. Now, before I wrap up, if this video helped you, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It's free, and it helps me keep making videos like this one. Also, drop a comment below and tell me what topics you want me to cover next. Your feedback matters. Remember, no matter what you're going through, keep going. Your bladder problems can get better if you stay consistent. Use these 3 tips every time you pee. Sit down, double void, rock back and forth. Your body will thank you. See you in the next video.